Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I am in a 7.5 ton Iveco again. I'm in the same van as I was in the last video. 7.5 ton. I keep banging my knee where the gear stick is, and I'm not joking, it hurts. I've actually got a bruise on my leg where I keep banging it. But no biggie, nothing to actually moan about. Yeah, I'm delivering fruit and veg to hospitals, schools and nursing homes today. Up to now I think I've got 5 drops. Fairfield Hospital, this is where I'm at now, it doesn't open until 7. Tudor Court Nursing Home, I don't know what that place is. Don't know that place. And then a high school, all in Rochdale, all supposedly within a couple of miles of each other. And then I've got to go back, get loaded up again. And I know on my next lot I've got another hospital. I think it's actually Rochdale Infirmary, what I've got on my next drop. Excuse me. So yous all wanted me to get up really early, and you know, I'd had it so easy. I was up at 3:30 this morning, and 3:30 for me is early. 3:30 for anyone is early. The only time I've ever seen 3:30 before was when I used to stay up and watch WWE wrestling at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I haven't done that for about 10 years. So 3:30 this morning was a real, you know, my brain didn't even have a chance to roll over and go back to sleep. My brain just went, get up. I was like, yep, I'm up, I'm awake. Wow. So that's another week of HGV driving done. I'm still loving it, even though I would honestly prefer to be in a wagon than in one of these vans. It's not as spacious, it's not as comfortable, you can't see as much. And honestly, these 7.5 ton vans are harder to drive than wagons because your views are so restricted. And I hope that makes sense. But this is just my opinion, you know. Some people will be like, don't chat rubbish, but I literally have about a foot of box sticking out on either side. So I've got about that much of my wing mirror where I can actually see out of. And I can't see the back like I can when I'm driving a wagon. When I'm driving a wagon, I can see right to the back and see where the box actually stops. Well, I can't on this. I can't actually see the back. It just goes. If that makes any sense at all. I do find it easier driving a wagon than driving this. But anyway, I'm tired. I went to bed at 8:30 last night, and I was knackered when I went to bed. I was shattered because I didn't get home until 7 o'clock last night because the traffic on the M62 was just horrendous. I got on the M62 coming home from Wakefield, and I was stuck in traffic all the way to Harewood. And then I come off at Harewood roundabout, dropped the van off, got in my car, went back round that roundabout and got back onto traffic in M62 for get home. So I didn't get home until 7 o'clock. So I had to go out and get tea for everyone because no one had the tea because they were all waiting for me. So we had a chippy tea last night, and then I pretty much had my tea, had a shower and got in bed. But then I couldn't go to sleep. I was watching Trucker Jay's vids. I watched his most recent one, the one before that, and then I watched an old one, which was day 2 of 5 tramping, the blowout video. And then I watched that, and then I looked at the time and it was 10:30. I was like, well, you really cocked that up, haven't you? Considering I was supposed to be going bloody sleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it must have been about 11 o'clock before I went to sleep. And then I got up at 3:30. I got here for 5. My load wasn't ready or anything, so I've just helped the guy load my wagon for me. I keep calling it a wagon. It's not a wagon, it's a bleeding van. But I helped him load my van. There were a few things missing, so we've just put them on. 14 big bags of potatoes being one of them. So I'm here. I'm tired, but I'm still loving it. Nothing's going to stop me from loving this job. Nothing. But I'm going to stop saying that, because that must be getting really boring. I'm going to go and try and find some cages. I've got to find some cages from round the back, supposedly. And try and find some cages and then get all this into the cages, so that when it does actually open in, I don't even know what time it is now, because I'm using my phone and the engine's off. So I think it's about 10 past 6. Yeah, I think it's about 10 past 6. So I'll get all this checked off, get it all into cages and put it underneath the cover for when they open at 7. I can be straight in and then straight out. I can take you in the back. Let's go. Give me all your loving, all your hugs and kisses too. Morning. Okay, I have actually done all of my deliveries and it's only just come daylight. Wow, that camera's shaking about like mad. Yeah, it's only just come daylight. It's 20 past 8 and I'm all done. My last drop was in a secondary school. I've done the residential home, done the hospital. Really got a turn up here? Really? That can't be right. No, I'm not going up there. Now I've done the hospital. Oh, you saw that, didn't you? Done the school, done the nursing home, whatever the other one was, I can't remember, I forget. But this job is so easy, it is simple. So I'm actually on the way back now to get loaded up. Well, on the way back, I'm here. The secondary school was literally at the top of that road that I've just come down. Oh yeah. So I'll go in now, get reloaded. You ain't gonna look, are you? No, I didn't think you were. Alright, I'll wait. I'll go in here now, get loaded up, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Ciao! Hello guys and girls. We've just come out of the yard, we've just left now. Was in there about an hour and a half because some of the stuff that I needed hadn't been delivered yet. So I just took my 45-minute break while I was in there and watched a couple of vlogs, caught up on a couple of HGV vlogs, as you do. And now we're off to a pub. We're going to a pub with quite a lot of broccoli, for a strange reason. Don't know why. They've got two full boxfuls of broccoli, each to their own. So it's going to be another really short day for me. You know, there's nothing left for me to do after this, and it's only 9:45. Well, I'm going to be there at 9:45, so I think I'm probably going to be done for 10:30. I think the time that these guys normally finish is 3 o'clock, but there's going to be nothing more for me to do. So I am getting really lucky with these jobs by the sounds of it, aren't I? I know you lot are all wondering why I'm working such short shifts, but yeah, I should be finished early, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know what time I finish. But I think it's going to be about, well, before 11. So what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 hours. Another 6-hour shift. I've just remembered, I've got my giveaway in my bag. I've got the books and the CD-ROMs and the information booklets. I've got all that in my bag. So I'm going to give that away. I will show you what the stuff actually is when I stop, and I'll get it out and show you on camera what it actually is. All I'm gonna say is, if you haven't done your theory test or anything like that yet, and you're planning on doing your HGV driving, then all you need to do is just, I don't know, just tell me that you want it. Just say in the comments below, I've not done my HGV training yet. I've wanted to be an HGV driver all my life. Please, can I have it? And all I'm going to do is reply to you with my business email address. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to reply with my business email address, and then all you have to do is email me your name and your address. That's it. And then I will post it first class recorded, and you can have it. Like I've said in my previous video, there's over 100 quid worth of stuff. You know, the books are 18 quid each. There's 3 books, 2 DVDs, CD-ROMs. One of the CD-ROMs is the theory test and the hazard perception test, and the other one is the module 2 case studies. There's over 800 case studies, I think it's 800. There's over 800 case studies on that CD-ROM. It's absolutely jam-packed full of information. So all you have to do is just tell me that you want it, basically. I would please beg of you not to take the biscuit. If you've done your class 1, if you've done your HGV training, please don't ask for it, because you're just taking the opportunity away from someone else. I know these giveaways, they're usually frowned upon by other YouTubers because they always end up being some sort of a farce. Well, I've got loads of people on my channel that are always asking about HGV training and stuff like that, and everyone on my channel seems to be pretty nice. You know, I've only got what two idiots up to now, so I'm hoping that it goes well. So yeah, just drop me a comment telling me that you want it and that you've not done any training and stuff, and I'll pick one of yous and send it to one of yous. But you do have to give me a name and an address. If you're not comfortable with me knowing your name and address, then please don't comment. Simple as that. That's all you have to do. Where am I? 2 miles away. 2 miles away from destination. Wow, that lady had bright pink hair. Did you see that? She was a luminous. She don't need wearing an ivy bloody vest. Jeez. Alright guys, I'm done. Finished. 20 past 10. Nice and easy. No problems or anything, no dramas. This fresh fruit and veg multi-dropping though, it's not as easy as the rest of the stuff I've done. Oh, I've just had to jump off the back of the wagon about 5 times, 10 times. Climb up some stairs. Well, steps. Them steps. About 10 times. Delivering all the stuff for him. For the chef that works there. So I nearly got a bit of a sweat on there. Anyway, before I go, right, the training booklets and stuff. That's this driver training manual. Takes you through everything. Show me, tell me, etc. What people are expected on the test. Everything. It's even got some class 1 stuff at the back. It shows you what everything does in the cab, how to uncouple and recouple a trailer, airlines, etc, etc. That's a really good training manual. Honestly, that's probably the most valuable thing here, to be fair. But still, that's brilliant. Guide for the driver's CPC. Yeah, guide for the driver's CPC. That's a guidebook. The official DVSA guide to driving goods vehicles. That's for your theory test, I think. No, that's for your CPC test as well, I think. Yeah, that's for your driver's CPC as well. The official theory test book, that's what I used to get me pass the theory test. That's what's in the theory test revision video that I did. Absolutely awful video, but people watch it. That's that. And then there's 2 DVD CD-ROMs in here with the theory test mock tests. Whew. Theory test mock test and hazard perception test. There is CGI and normal standard real life hazard perception scenarios, and module 2 case studies and module 2 mock tests. So all of that stuff, if you want it, I'll give it out to someone, hopefully someone that can use it, fingers crossed. So please don't ask for it if you've already done your theory and your CPC and stuff like that. You're just taking a training opportunity away from someone else, and there's no funny about that. So that's me done for today, hopefully. We'll see. I've been up since 3:30. I am feeling quite a bit tired. It doesn't feel like 10:30. It feels like it's about 5 o'clock tea time. It's a really, really bizarre feeling. A very bizarre feeling now. It's only 20 past 10 and I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for my tea. I'm ready for bed, and it's still morning. But we'll see where we go. I think I'm doing this on Monday as well. But I'm not going to vlog that because it's just too easy. You know, it's simple, this stuff. Really, really simple. But we'll see what we get up to next week. If you're new around here, please comment, like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I do reply to all my comments, every single one of them. I might not get round to re-replying, if that makes sense, because it doesn't actually show up on my notifications box when people re-reply. But the original comments, I always try and get to every single one of them. I'm doing over 100 a day at the moment. But it's YouTube, that's what I plan on doing. I plan on trying to keep up with it, because it's all about the engagement between me and you. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you will. I very much appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching me. Thanks for investing your time in me and my crazy career that I've chosen. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not saying that again now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye. Well, that was different. That was interesting. You're going to have to excuse the back. I am at my grandma's. I'm having my tea at my grandma's. I've nipped home, had a bath, come to my grandma's. So anyway, I get back to the yard at about 10:30-ish. Maybe a bit earlier. Thought I'd finished. Nothing else for me. Took my car out at wagon and everything. Got ready to go. Bag up back and everything. Went to the transport manager, if that's what you want to call him. Give him the key and whatnot. And then this lad comes up to me and he says, I don't suppose you're just helping out. I don't suppose you mind helping out in warehouse, do you? You know, just for an hour or so. I went, yeah, no problem. Yeah, why not? He says, just go over and see that lad and just help him out. I said, right, okay. 16-year-old lad I was helping out, supposedly. So I walked over to him and I said, hey mate, he's told me to come over here and help you out. And he says, well, what's the point in helping me out? He said, there's nothing to do. He said, all schools have finished. He said, we're dead. There's nothing at all to do. I went, nothing? He went, well, I've got like one order to pick with about 7 items on it and that's it. I said, well, he's told me to help you. He went, alright, fair enough. So we got this pump truck. This lad was pulling the pump truck. And we were just chatting away, like, strolling through this warehouse. Strolling in and out of fridges. And we'd literally picked a box of mushrooms, a couple of lettuces, some cabbage, cucumber, pretty much it. 4 or 5 items, that's it. And we're just wandering around. Nothing at all to do. So I'd literally been wandering around about an hour and a half. And I saw this agency driver that was in at the same time as me in the morning. And he come over to me and he says, like, what have you been doing? I said, I've just been following this lad around. I said, we're literally just walking around in circles trying to stay out of where. I said, he's rubbish there. I mean, if you know from my earlier video, I can't remember which video it was, but I did say that I absolutely hate waiting around. I'd rather take the cutting pay than wait around. And I don't mean waiting to be loaded or waiting to be unloaded or anything like that. If it's HGV related, then I'm still doing my job. You know, at the end of the day, I'm there for a reason. But with this, I felt like I wasn't there for a reason. I wasn't doing anything. I was literally wasting my time. Time that I could be spent at home with my partner and my kids. We could have done the shopping or anything. You know, I was literally just wasting time. And he said, I've been washing wagons as drivers have been pulling in. He's been washing wagons. I stuffed that. They're mad. Have you doing that? So as we stood talking, this guy comes out of this office. Hair all nicely done over to the side. High vis bomber jacket. You know, nice shoes. No steel toe caps. Nice shoes. And he points at me. What's your name? You just don't do that, do you? You know, regardless, you could be Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry, you don't. You just don't talk to me like that. You know, I treat people with respect and dignity, and I kind of expect it back. You know, if he would have come over and said, "Hi, my name's such and such about it," you know, what's your name? Then fair enough. Point, what's your name? Nah, you ain't going to get a good response from me, are you? Excuse me. Come walking over, he said. I don't pay you to stand around. I said, I'm an HGV driver. I said, I've finished. What do you mean you've finished? I said, I'm an HGV driver. I'm done. I've done my rounds. There's nothing left for me to do. I'm finished. I said, I've walked around following this lad for an hour and a half. We've done absolutely nothing. He said, well, I'm cutting a long story short. He said, well, there's a brush. You could sweep warehouse. I said, I'm sorry, mate. I said, I won't be sweeping no warehouse. I said, I've not spent 1,500 quid to get my driving licence for sweep a warehouse. I said, if I wanted to go and sweep a warehouse, I could get a job tomorrow doing that. I said, I'm not sweeping no warehouse. He went, are you supposed to be here on Monday? I said, supposed to be, yeah. And I said it like that, supposed to be? I thought, I hope I'm not. He said, nope, you won't be here on Monday. Alright, fair enough. Because I won't sweep your warehouse. He says, the drivers, when they come back, they always muck in and help out. There weren't a driver to be seen apart from me and this agency lad. And there were 5 lads back. Not a driver to be seen. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not sweeping your warehouse. I'm not doing it. I'm an HGV driver. I'm not a warehouse operative. And it says in my terms and conditions that I am either a 7.5 ton driver or a class 2 driver. And that's it. It doesn't say anything about warehouse operatives or sweeping warehouses or anything like that. It doesn't say it. So I'm not doing it. So he said, right, don't want you back on Monday, don't be returning. He said, and I want you to leave now. I went, well, can you just sign my book? I still need paying for today. He said, just sign my book and I'll go. So he signed my book and I left. So that was that. That was good, but that's not the end. So I get home and I'm sat down and I'm telling Mrs. because the problem with me is, you know, I don't want to disappoint people. And another thing is I don't want to come across as being arrogant, because I'm not arrogant. But, you know, I've swept warehouses in the past when I was a warehouse operative. I don't see why I should be a driver working for an agency to then go to the very bottom of the food chain and start sweeping a warehouse. But anyway, I was telling the missus, and my phone rang, and it was agency. So luckily enough, he's got me work 2 days next week, for now. And then he said, before you go, did you have any problems today? So I told him the story, and he went, well, that's interesting. He said, I didn't know that. I went, all right. I said, so there was a different problem, was there? And he went, well, the depot that I've been using 2 agencies that are working together, and that's why I've been working on the other side of Manchester. That's why I've not been working around here. I've been going like 30 and 40 miles to work and stuff, because I'll work anywhere, you know what I mean? I'm a lorry driver. I want to work. He said the other depot's been in touch, and they said that they'd had a phone call off someone in the office first thing this morning, that when I turned up to work, I looked like a scruff. I went, what? Yeah, they've said that you look like a scruff. He said, I know when you come in this office the other day, you didn't look like a scruff. I said, I'm not a scruff. He said, well, what were you wearing? I said, well, I was wearing my tracky bottoms, like I always wear. I said, and I was wearing my Health for Heroes top, like I always wear. I said, and I've wore the exact same clothes for 6 years. Ever since I started scaffolding, I've wore tracky bottoms and a Health for Heroes top with an Ibis vest. That's what I've wore, you know, for the last 6 years. No one's ever had a problem. No one's ever had an issue. So yeah, he says to me, well, that's not suitable, that. I said, well, what do you want me to wear? He went, well, you need to wear black pants and a plain top. And I said, I'm not a funeral director. I'm a HGV driver. I'm a driver. I want to be comfortable while I'm at work. Yeah, but you've got to remember you're representing the customer, the client, when you're out there. You know, you're the first point of contact from the client to the customer. Really? You really think customers care that much about what I look like? I said, I am sorry, but I'll get some black cargo pants. I can do that, you know, fair enough. I said, but my Help for Heroes t-shirts, unless requested otherwise, I'll be wearing my Help for Heroes t-shirts, and I'll be wearing them for a reason. Funnily enough, this is today's newspaper, Bolton News. You know, my cousin actually got killed and shot. Well, he got shot in Afghan, and he died fighting for this country. So that's why I wear Help for Heroes stuff. Whew, bloody hell. Help for Heroes stuff, it's close to me. You know what I mean? It's close to me for a reason. I wear it for a reason. I wear it for a purpose. They did a hell of a lot, and they still continue to do a lot for our family, Help for Heroes. And I want to show my support by wearing their products, their clothing, you know. I wear any badges, any pin badges I can find that Help for Heroes. The wristbands, you know, I've got Help for Heroes hoodies. I've got a Help for Heroes wallet. I support Help for Heroes fully with everything I can do. And being told that I can't wear it for no reason, no, that ain't going to happen either. So I've been told that I've got to change the way that I dress. I've been told that I look like a scruff. And I've been told to leave and never return. So, all in all, it's been a bit of a crazy day, hasn't it? The problem I've got and why I'm feeling a little bit down about myself is because I don't want my reputation to go down the pan. I love driving. I love delivering stuff. I love multi-drop. I'm loving meeting new people. I'm loving going to different places. I'm loving driving the different vehicles, even though I am getting fed up of them Iveco vans, because I'm just sick to death of seeing them now. For some reason I keep getting dumped in an Iveco van. Excuse me. But I love the job, and now I feel like I've let people down. I feel like I've let the agency down. The agency don't care about me, they care about the client, because the client is what pays the agency. The agency don't care who they send. They could send anybody. And if I'm being argumentative, then they might think, well, forget it, I'm not going to use him again. But I have apologised, and I have said, you know, it should have stated somewhere that I was expected to work my full 8 hours. If I finished in 4 hours, then I would be expected to do 4 hours in the warehouse, but it didn't say that. Every single job I've been at, once I've done, I've finished. Yeah, everywhere I've worked, I've finished. Once I've finished doing what I needed to do, I'm done. I've finished. So I kind of thought when I'd finished here, I was done. You know, it didn't say anywhere that I had to work any extra or work in the warehouse or anything like that. It didn't say. So, you know, and I'm not arrogant, but I'm not being spoken to like a piece of poo. I'm not having it done to me. I deserve a little bit more respect than that. You know, I'm 32. Me and Mrs. have got 7 kids between us. I've got to earn a living. I don't expect to be spoken to like a piece of crap, quite frankly. So that's what's happened today. I hope I've covered it all. I am a bit flustered, but I hope I've covered it all. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.